I was working on something a little different earlier, creating a Spotify playlist for my channel Peter's Prism. I wanted it to be a soundtrack that embodied everything my channel is about: style, design, creativity, living with intention, etc. This got me to thinking about how important music is in my life, how it shapes more than just mood. Music can help articulate identity, define specific cultures, and even express the soul of brands. And that's where we are today, at the intersection of music, fashion, and brand marketing. We'll talk about 5 brands: Aimé Dore, Ralph Lauren, Stone Island, Cause, and Drake's, and how they've incorporated curated streaming music playlists into their marketing playbook. I'm old enough to remember that back in the 80s, creating a mixtape was 100% intentional. It was so time-consuming and involved that it was almost a rite of passage. You'd sit by your stereo for hours, recording songs in real time, carefully selecting tracks that told a story or captured a feeling, depending on who you were going to give it to. And then there was the decorating, handwriting song titles, doodling on the cassette liner, or maybe collaging images to make it extra special. It was deeply personal. It said, "This is who I am, and this is how I see you, or us." Well, technology has certainly changed since then. We may be past cassette tapes or LimeWire downloads burned onto CDs, but if you think about it, the essence of creating a mixtape is still with us, just in the form of curated playlists on Spotify or Apple Music. And now, it's not just individuals doing it. Brands have turned playlists into a powerful marketing tool, and nowhere is this more interesting than in fashion. If you find this video helpful, informative, or entertaining, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with insights on all things style, fashion, and design. With that said, let's slip on our headphones and get started. Why is this strategy such an effective element of marketing? Well, curated playlists are a form of branding, just sonically. They allow brands to communicate their identities through music, creating a sensory experience that goes beyond just clothing. Think of it like a soundtrack to your life, or at least the life these brands want you to aspire to. Take Aimé Dore, for example. This New York-based streetwear lifestyle juggernaut is as much about storytelling as it is about clothing. Their playlists, like their stores and campaigns, are steeped in nostalgia. For example, their playlist 214 Mulberry Volume 10 features everything from James Brown and A Tribe Called Quest to Placebo and the Beastie Boys. It's a playlist that's more than 8 hours long that seamlessly blends 90s hip-hop, R&B, jazz, and more, creating a soundscape that evokes a sense of laid-back, effortless cool. They've also effectively integrated music into its marketing strategy to enhance brand identity and connect with its audiences. Their monthly Sound series features hour-long DJ sets hosted at the brand's New York and London sound rooms, which are extensions of their flagship stores. The inaugural mix featured legendary New York turntablist Stretch Armstrong, and has since featured a variety of DJs and styles, from soulful house and disco to hip-hop, rap, and electronica. These initiatives not only showcase ALD's appreciation for music, but also creates a cultural ambiance that resonates with their community, reinforcing the brand's image and fostering a deeper connection with their audiences. I love these 2 tracks, Dope Style by Peanut Butter Wolf and Untitled Instrumental by James Brown. I think both are funky, but very laid back and chill. It feels right for my own playlist, so I'm gonna add them. If there's any fashion brand that is selling a lifestyle, it's Ralph Lauren. The brand's marketing, advertising, and lookbooks are unmistakably Ralph, expressing a kind of aspirational living that goes way beyond fashion. Given how wide an audience the brand has, it makes sense that their Spotify playlists are equally eclectic. Polo Green Classic, for example, features Steely Dan, Boz Scaggs, the Rolling Stones, and Fleetwood Mac, among other classic rock artists. A more recent playlist, MW Polo January 25, has a much more modern, laid-back, pop-funk vibe. I'll be honest and admit that I'm not familiar with most of the artists on this playlist, but I love the vibe. It totally sounds like something you'd hear if you were shopping at a Ralph Lauren store. Oh How Lovely by Trover and Alarm by $1 Million Weekend have a kind of moody, mellow, and introspective vibe that really resonates with me. I'm definitely adding these to my playlist. I feel like Ralph Lauren's playlists are kind of like an audio guide to the world the company has created. It's not just what you wear, it's how you live. Stone Island is a menswear brand founded in 1982 by Massimo Osti in Ravarino, Italy. It specializes in outerwear and is well known for innovative fabrics, dyeing techniques, and technical surface treatments. Taking a look at their presence on Apple Music made me think about another reason why brands want to promote streaming playlists: to express artistic sophistication. This feels particularly relevant for Stone Island because of their work in fabric innovation. Featuring exclusive DJ sets by the likes of Kitty Say Word, Jacob Rochester, and Esta, among others, and these seem to me like somewhat lesser-known DJs in this genre. The music is pretty eclectic, but the mixes feel a little bit more esoteric, a little bit more arcane. Stone Island also has a selection of playlists in their Curated By series. I thought this one by Eugene Rabkin was kind of interesting. Rabkin, if you don't know, is the man behind Style Zeitgeist, and his playlist for the brand is moody, dark, and heavily 80s influenced. A particularly striking choice here is Atmosphere by Joy Division. I never get tired of this song. The haunting melody and introspective lyrics, it's simultaneously brooding and melancholic, but also shimmering and light. A song of contrasts that is a great reflection of Stone Island's blend of heritage and innovation. Rabkin is the perfect curator for Stone Island's profile. His deep understanding of avant-garde fashion aligns with the songs on this playlist, and Stone Island's decision to include him expresses, to me at least, a certain kind of sophistication the brand is trying to express. I love all of these tracks. Depeche Mode, Suicide, and Sisters of Mercy are represented here. I'm going to add a different Sisters of Mercy track, Black Planet, but I'll also add Atmosphere by Joy Division. Fashion brands can also use streaming playlists to mirror their aesthetic. Cause, the minimalist fashion label, for example, creates playlists that feel, for lack of better terms, clean and definitely modern in its eclectic approach. By combining chill tracks from artists as varied as Fortet, Erykah Badu, Mount Kimby, and Roxy Music, they're creating a mood that is spare, elegant, and calm. And even on funkier, more R&B inspired playlists like Cause Sounds, there's a certain down-tempo but still elegant quality that's audible. Listening to a Cause playlist is very reminiscent of stepping into one of their stores. There's a calm, curated, and effortless quality to the chosen tracks. It's music that inspires me to declutter my workspace or recurate my wardrobe. It's the atmosphere of intentional, minimal living. This Roxy Music track, More Than This, is maybe one of my favorites of all time, and I also love this song Voodoo Ray by a guy called Gerald. This brings me back to 90s rave culture, so I'm definitely going to add both of these to my playlist. Finally, let's talk about Drake's, the British menswear brand that's well known for its craftsmanship and timeless designs. They have a regular marketing feature called Drake's Radio, which are guest-curated playlists. These are very, very eclectic and reflects the curator's own tastes. Episode 10 by Chris Black, for example, features Ride and the Jesus and Mary Chain. Episode 25 by Nick Lowe, on the other hand, kicks off with Elvis Presley and also includes the Bee Gees. Episode 11 by Bijan Shavali features Kraftwerk as well as D-Light and My Bloody Valentine. There's something totally all over the place about all of this, and yet it somehow makes sense. Yes, Drake's is about craftsmanship, tailoring, and timelessness, but it's also a brand that appeals to a very wide range of men. They've mastered the idea of blending classic traditional aesthetics with modern, relaxed elegance. The clothes are easily incorporated into all kinds of casual and semi-formal looks without appearing overly stuffy. It's effortless style, and the sonic marketing here reflects the kind of sprezzatura that is so appealing to many guys, including myself. So jazz, soul, classic pop, the Ramones, Mazzy Star, Wu-Tang, of course it all belongs. It doesn't feel studied or calculated. It doesn't come across to me that way. It feels like an authentic hodgepodge of sounds that reflects the kind of nonchalance that Drake's conveys in its other marketing channels and advertising. I was particularly drawn to episode 9 by John Coombs of Secretly Canadian. I love these tracks by The War on Drugs and Jens Lekman, and also this track, Soon It Will Be Fired by Hypnotic Brass Ensemble. It has a melancholic edge that I'm all about, so let me add these to my own playlist. So what is the takeaway here? Well, music, like fashion and style, can be deeply personal. It's a way to tell a story, to share a feeling, to build a connection. Whether it's Aimé Dore's nostalgic cool or Cause's effortless minimalism, these playlists aren't just marketing tools, they're extensions of the brand's identities. So now, my first ever Peter's Prism playlist is ready. It's my take on how music and design intersect, a soundtrack for creativity, style, and living intentionally. I'll include a link to it, as well as all of the playlists mentioned in the episode in the description below. So, let me know, do you have a playlist that reflects who you are? If so, I'd love to hear it. Or is there a brand that you love that also has a streaming music presence you can share? Drop it in the comments below. As always, don't forget, design has the power to elevate our lives if we let it, and music is certainly part of that. Until next time, happy listening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!